Go Island is brought to you by German Auto Import Network.
Hip-hop meets swing, meets mime, meets character clowns, meets hat manipulation, something about a hip-hop off and a dancee-okee event. It's all part of the Body Talk project, and we're talking about it today on Go. After 100 years, its future is now uncertain. Checking in with Nanaimo's construction industry and walking the boardwalk on Salt Spring Island. I think what they're doing there is called a hat manipulation, and I think I'm going to be getting a little bit of a lesson. There's an exciting show coming up at Malaspina Theatre at the VIU campus on Saturday night. It's all a culmination of a week's worth of workshops from Crimson Coast Dance Society, the Body Talk project. We're going to have some interaction with some pretty well-established artists on this edition, that's them over there, on this edition of Go. But we're starting out in French Creek, at French Creek Elementary School. It's been around for over 100 years. It's survived 2 world wars, and now it is an institution for education for young primary children. But as Ryan LaPlante tells us, its future is up for debate. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4. There's a whole lot of creation taking place here at Vibe Studio in Nanaimo as part of the Body Talk project from Crimson Coast Dance Society. Diana, David, what is being created here exactly?
Well, right now we're doing hat manipulation. A part of the show, we actually have a little bit of a smooth criminal style. And so this is the dance hat routine.
Okay.
And I would like to show you a couple things.
Okay.
Yeah, would you like to learn? Okay, so
Sure.
This will be your hat.
Okay.
So in the hat, we have a little bit of the front, we have the back.
Okay.
So what I want you to do is grab the back end with your fingers to the back like this.
Okay.
Okay. What you want to do is you're going to flip it. Okay. So you're going to flip it up your arm, and then you're going to put it over your head, and you put your hand behind the head.
Okay.
There you go. Okay. So that's how you put it on.
It's not straight, that doesn't matter.
It's okay. It's good. A little.
Okay.
Get that style. Now we're going to take it off. So what you want to do is you're going to put your hand on the back of your head like this, and you're going to flip it out.
Flip it out.
There you go. So
now you make it look really basic and easy. This is pretty basic.
It's pretty basic, but you got to add the flavor. So you kind of get into it. Kind of get into it. 1, 2, 3. Flip it in. Put it on. Your turn. Boom. Da-da.
I don't think I flipped it on the way back. Show me something really fancy, high end.
Boom, boom.
It's all about the attitude, isn't it? Now, when I heard the word mime,
Yes.
I think, the flat wall and get me out of the box. But that's not, mime has come out of the box, and it's a different kind of mime now.
That's right. Well, I mean, I think the style and how we use precise movements, a little bit of the Michael Jackson style, but we're not doing any mime where we're actually holding invisible objects. We're actually going to be using props in this show.
Okay.
So I am a mime teacher. I'm also a clown and a physical character artist, and I combine that with hip hop. And I think that's why I was asked to be part of the show, so we can involve dancing with acting, and we put a whole show together.
Well, and there's quite a plot to this show.
Yeah.
What's going on with the characters that you're creating?
Oh, fantastic. So we have, it's placed in 1920. And so it's like the prohibition of alcohol back in the day was really, now we're changing it to prohibition of dancing on the streets. And so we have the hip hoppers, which are the teen group, and we have the Lindy hoppers, which is the adult group. And then we're basically trying to find a place for us to dance freely, and the hip hoppers find out about the Lindy hoppers' secret room, a secret place.
Wow.
So we come in, barge in.
Okay, and that's what these teens are learning here, part of the Body Talk project. It's all taking place on Saturday night, Malaspina Theatre at the VIU campus. Show me one more move.
Okay, so the same thing, but this time you're going to put your fingers on the back, like that, underneath, and you're going to flip it down. Da-da-da.
Oh, that way?
Yeah, like that, and then you're going to twist it and put it back up.
I don't think I got the right twist.
But that looked pretty good.
And it's all about attitude. Okay, we'll take a break. I think I'm going to go practice. You're awesome.
Thank you.
Still to come today on Go, up to date on Nanaimo's construction scene and picking up where the boardwalk left off on Salt Spring Island.
I'm Holly Bright with Crimson Coast Dance Society. Did you know that because you live in a human body and dance your way through the day, you're an amazing dance interpreter? These are not easy machines to drive, and you're really good at it.
while the Body Talk participants are putting together, building, constructing a show for you that you can catch on Saturday night, we thought we should catch up with the City of Nanaimo and the Canadian Home Builders Association to see how other things are developing in the world of construction these days. Here's Derek Johnstone. Gabrielle Bosson is a Body Talk crew facilitator. She's working hard behind the scenes on the Body Talk project, which is basically a spring break workshop that explores a different mode, a genre of dance almost every year.
Yes.
This year it's hip hop, swing, mime, character clowning, all kind of
all sorts of
together. I'm hearing talk of a hip hop off.
Yes.
What is
yes,
that?
Indeed. Well, we've got two crews. We've got the Lindy Hoppers and the Hip Hoppers, and eventually we will battle.
Okay,
Yes.
in a dance sort of way.
In a dance-off, yes.
And is that the typical where, not the typical I shouldn't say, but you've got a crowd around, someone gets into the middle, shows their stuff, backs
it's going
off?
to be sort of like a theatrical piece, actually.
Okay. So I'm not clear on, is this participatory for the audience on
There will
Saturday
be
night?
participatory. We're doing something for brief periods, a part of it called dancee-okee.
Dancee-okee.
Like karaoke, but it's sort of like call and response dance. Think cha-cha slide, the classic dance that it has instructional lyrics, and you follow along. So there's part of that which will be audience participatory if they choose to.
If they choose to, but you don't have to.
No, you don't have to.
But you might not be able to just sit in your seat and do nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty groovy.
This sounds so fun.
It's really fun.
Tell me about the process of coming up with the ideas, because it doesn't seem copied or imitated. All of this
No.
seems very pure.
Well, it's very organic. Every year, the artists create something entirely new. So partially, of course, it's the artists that we bring in. They create this wonderful dance for us. And then, of course, the crew all year works towards finding the artists, bringing them here. So it's sort of a big collaborative effort.
And these artists are something
fabulous.
else.
They're
I mean, they've got
fabulous.
awards. They've been told
Yes.
Vancouver's Best Kept Secrets by CBC Radio.
Yep.
They're great people to have in our community.
Yep.
Thank
It's
you.
really nice to have them here.
Excellent, thanks. And we're going to meet with Kat, one of the visiting artists later on this edition of Go Island. We've talked hip hop, we've talked mime, all just a little bit. We still have to talk swing and Charleston and stuff like that. We're going to do that after a short break. We can't stop moving because the beat's just infectious. This is Kat Singledane, and she's the swing part of the swing hip hop fusion that's part of Body Talk.
Yep.
This isn't a swing style, is it? What we're doing
This
right
one?
now? What we're doing?
No, this is a bar bounce.
A bar? Oh, yeah, I think I've done that a few times in my life. But you were saying that there are different types of swing.
There are different types of
Okay.
swing, yes.
What's one?
Swing is an umbrella term.
Okay.
For the different types are Lindy Hop, which is the original style swing.
Can you show me a bit of Lindy Hop?
Lindy Hop would be a partner dance, so we have to do it together.
Oh, no. Okay.
So it's basically a boom, ba, boom. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So two people
So it's
moving
two people
around.
moving.
Okay.
It's a duet
I
style.
promised Todd I wouldn't be graceful. I think I'm following through. All right. Another style?
Another style would be Charleston, which,
Okay.
yeah, that's like the flapper 20s style.
Okay. So you probably do a really
Yeah,
good.
so boom, ba, do, da.
I used to.
Can do Charleston. Yeah, do,
do. I should have been a flapper. Okay. Oh, she's got the arms and everything, of course. Okay.
Yeah.
A third.
Well, it developed into jive in the 50s, you know,
Oh,
the
this
poodle
does not sound
dresses.
easy. Okay.
And that would have been, you know, like a little rock step, 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 rock step, 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 rock step, 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 yeah.
You're very gracious. Thank you. I'm not very gracious today in this moment. Mind you, we're stepping in cold. No rehearsals at all. So how are these three styles being incorporated into the show on Saturday night?
All styles are being incorporated into the show. It's amazing. I'm doing some vintage jazz with these guys using hats and hat tricks, Fosse style stuff.
Wow.
We're doing Charleston. We're doing partnered dance.
A lot of
which would be along
practice.
the Lindy Hop.
Not what we just did. There was no practice at all for that.
Yeah, it's a lot to put together a show in 1 week.
Yeah.
So really the focus is on production from day one. It's
Excellent.
like learning choreography. Usually I would teach a form for many, many weeks. Like swing is a complicated form to actually, you know, incorporate into the body, you know, and have feel natural.
Yeah.
However,
Once you get it, though, it
Charleston-
kind of clicks,
Yeah,
doesn't it? Once you get it,
exactly.
then you just feel it through.
Oh, for sure. It's also a really natural form. It's very like, you feel like dancing Charleston when swing music comes on. So it's like, you know, if you just like tap into that with people, then they can get it right away as well.
I don't know if it's just in my world that I think that swing is experiencing sort of a surge in popularity, or if it's just shown up on my radar a little more.
I think, well, I've just heard recently, talking to swinger friends of mine, swing dancer friends of mine.
I was going to say not that kind of swinger friends, although you never know.
Well, yeah, that the Great Gatsby movie just coming out has kind of, you know, made a resurrection come about. It happened with the Gap commercial. I mean, it comes into popularity quite often because it's just so fun.
Well, thanks for
honestly.
coming to Nanaimo and sharing it with
you're
us.
welcome.
Awesome. We're going to throw things over now to a man who could probably do a pretty good swing himself. James Green is spending some time on Salt Spring. That brings us to the end of this edition of Go Island. You can catch the Body Talk finale Saturday night, March 22nd, Malaspina Theatre at VIU, 7:30 show. Get a deal on tickets by purchasing in advance online, crimsoncoast.org, or you can pick some up at the door if you want to leave it to the last minute and pay some more money. Thanks for watching Go. We'll see you next time.
Go Island is brought to you by German Auto Import Network. Clothing supplied by Catwalk Fashions. Kate's hair and aesthetics provided by Matteo Salon.